Yo,
Yo, what's good?
now what's going on with you, Mike?
Another day, another dollar, man, or lack thereof.
Okay, talk about it.
Had another interesting week in the pop culture world.
Yeah, man, it's a very opinionated people out here, man. Getting into it.
multiple topics. Just I guess we're in the golden debate era, huh?
Yeah, man.
Mm. I ain't know which one to like really start off with. The Nicki Minaj thing or the Met Gala. They both are so intriguing. So
Let's start with the Met Gala because that kind of segue into the Nicki Jones.
okay, we can do that. So how'd you feel about all these outfits at the Met Gala, man?
Man, some of these Jones are like super crazy. Well, all of them were crazy,
All right.
but some more so a little bit more tame, far as like outrageous. But like Sweetie was like real good, and
Hell yeah.
Sierra, like a lot of the ladies bodied it.
Oh
Like
yeah.
some of the guys looking a little, I don't know. Steph looked good. But like,
Westbrook surprisingly dressed normal.
yeah, I didn't get to see Westbrook. I gotta look Westbrook up because like it was like the pictures were coming out in waves. You know what I'm saying? I kept saying like, oh, I ain't see these people at first.
Uh-huh.
But I think like the only chick that I seen, well, I ain't say the only, but like Naomi Osaka. Oh my god, that was kind of like she like the Cynthia doll from Rugrats. Tracy Ellis Ross, that hairstyle did not compliment. She's too beautiful for that.
All right.
Serena, and it was one older lady
Mm-hmm.
that didn't really do too well for me. But like a lot of them killed it though. A lot of the ladies killed it.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Rihanna and ASAP Rocky?
Yeah, Rihanna, it made amazing. Still look good in that big fluffy dress.
Yeah.
And ASAP Rocky, John was cool after you take that big quilt off.
Yeah. So that was the most drawback I seen on Twitter. Uh, Probably the biggest roasting session I might have ever witnessed. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
had to get in on it myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to say he looked like a little crunchberry bar.
Okay.
Little bowl of Fruit Loops or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, the just to echo off what you said, I like Sierra's little rendition of the jersey dress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Rapping for hubby.
uh-huh. Russell Wilson. A lot of the ladies did kill it. I had seen a picture of Steph and Westbrook. They took a picture together. That's how I seen what Westbrook had on, which was a regular suit. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, even I don't know if that picture is before or after the Met Gala, but when he's walking on the sidewalk with the little, I guess it's a dress or something.
Yeah.
That's what you would expect him to do there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for him to have like on a regular suit was just like, okay, maybe he just takes the night off. I don't know. Um, what did you see the person that was just like blacked out?
Was
Like a,
that Kim?
I think it
Or was
was.
yeah, it was Kim. Yeah, okay. I
It,
know she did it. I'm about to say I ain't know if anybody else did it, but it was Kim Kardashian.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how you feel about that?
A little weird, man. Like all these, like a lot of these outfits are like just weird, man. I just don't understand. I don't know too much about the Met Gala, but I just know people just come there to just dress weird. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
so apparently every year at the Met Gala beforehand, everybody who is invited is sent out a memo of a theme.
right,
The theme usually covers one of the I guess different places on Earth and their culture. And this year the theme was American fashion. So what we seen, I guess, is what the ideal vision of American fashion. So how do you feel about that? Do you agree with that?
I mean, it's so broad. Like if people were like stretching it, like I watched like a few, Lil Nas X album comes out Friday, so he's on the media run.
Okay.
So of course he was at the Met Gala too.
All
So
right.
they asked him about his, and he had on like a king type shit. and
Right.
that's not really American, but they stretched it, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People never really stick to guidelines anyway.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just kind of like we kind of like in a time where it's like I could take something from somewhere else, and if I got like I could just throw my own little backstory to it. It becomes American. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, like so. Yeah. Either way, I don't know too much. I'm not in too much in like the fashion world, but
yeah.
to
I'm
say,
not that deep into fashion. I like
yeah,
fashion.
yeah. But I've known like I've been out plenty of places and I haven't seen a lot of people dressing like ASAP Rocky and you know what I'm
Yeah, I'm like,
saying?
but it's like that's the type of stuff you see when you get into them high end fashion joints, like with people wearing people and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised we didn't see anything of that nature.
saying?
Yeah. So definitely is always this time of year is always a spectacle to see what people come up with. I felt like I would have fit right in at this year's joint though. Like
Okay.
yeah, just throw on something, maybe a little get a jersey suit or something, you know what I'm saying? A little cartoon character outfit or some shit like that, But one person who wasn't at the Met Gala, Nicki Minaj, is making headlines, I guess you can say. Um, so it's been over a year since her last public appearance, and I'm guessing a lot of fans were expecting to see her at the Met Gala.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like a thing for her, especially she's a big fashion icon as well as a music icon. Definitely
mhm,
normally a staple there.
right. Um, before we even get away from the Met Gala, now that you say the women music icon, did you see Meg Thee Stallion
Yeah, I
and
did.
all the backlash she was getting because of her feet?
Yeah, it's funny. It's like before, because like I'm not too in tune with Twitter because like I said, Twitter just doesn't do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like far as like me getting my updates and all that. So I follow Chad Ochocinco,
Okay.
and one of his things is like shoes and it will with women feet and stuff.
Okay.
So he like laid out the amount of space, the rule of thumb for the amount of space you're supposed to have as far as toes to the top of the shoe.
Oh yeah, right,
And
right.
then I'm looking at before anybody even said anything about it, I'm like, damn, them jokes look, what I'm
Yeah, definitely
saying?
were too small. Definitely were too small. Um, and it made her feet look like way worse than they probably how they actually
Yeah,
look.
her toes went out. Well, maybe I don't know if it was the pixelation from them blowing up the just the foot part of the shoe of the
Mm-hmm.
picture. Toes ain't look too done or nothing like that. So
What they had they did have nail polish on them.
yeah, okay.
So I mean, I kind of felt like if she had, but the thing is, I don't know. Now we've talked about this plenty of times. Like the bigger you are, the harder it is to find fashionable clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And although she's not a big girl, she has big feet.
Yeah,
Well, she is a big girl technically.
yeah. She thick
She's
as
a
hell.
country thick, so she's like one of those type of girls. But she has big feet. Now you can see that from a mile away. So I don't know if that's like maybe she wanted those shoes so bad that she wanted to tough it out for a few hours. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Yeah, like she might have just been in the band, and that's like the outfit she had perfect laid out. But like, I don't know, when it's something that big, I think you should do like dress rehearsals and stuff like that.
That's
And
true.
what I'm saying, be like prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
don't know.
Hopefully she's not like I ain't gonna say arrogant or cocky or anything, and just I know it's gonna fit. I ain't gotta do all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's like a cocky, arrogant thing. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
like
right,
sometimes it
right,
happens with me with shoes or whatever. Like I know I'm a size 9.5, but like sometimes the shoe is just cut different, and that nine and a
right.
half just don't fit right. So you might have to go up a size and a half or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So she was quite the butt of a lot of jokes on Twitter and social media
Yeah,
in general.
that's one thing they gonna get their jokes on.
Yeah, now I love Meg, so I didn't partake in that. You know what I'm saying? Just shaking my head at these heathens making these jokes, and then kept it moving. But back to the Nicki Minaj situation. So she wasn't there, and um, a lot of fans were questioning her as to what's going on, and she was explaining that she's recently had a newborn. It's a pandemic. She doesn't want to risk getting her baby sick because she's already contracted COVID. I think it was during a video shoot that they were doing. I think it was her, Drake, and maybe Lil Wayne. I'm guessing that Seeing Green song, maybe.
Okay.
Um, and she had contracted COVID, and it's around the same time that Drake had got it. Remember, he got his or whatever.
Yeah, and that was like supposedly delayed the album and all that.
Right, right. So it's around that time or whatever, and she was then going into I'm not a rant, but a lot of tweets about the vaccinations and vaccines and why she isn't big on getting them, and of course being who she is, this made waves and jumped onto these news broadcasts, and then she had like the United Nations leaders like not really attacking her, but kind of just like dismissing her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought it was kind of impressive that they even knew who she was, but to dismiss her is basically doing that, and she then was trying to clear up what she was like. She wasn't basically telling people not to get the vaccine. She's just saying she's not going to get it at this time. And she was saying that when she goes on tour, obviously she'll be forced to get it then, and that'll be a different story. But as for right now, she's just choosing to, stay away. If she goes out, she mask up and do that kind of stuff. She just want to protect her family for the most part. Since then, she has been invited to the White House, and she says she is going to go to be further educated about just what all the information she thinks that she's missing out on. There was so much to cover on this story. Did you get one of this?
Yeah, yeah. After you let me know about it, I had kind of heard about it on like social. Then like when we talked about it, and I kind of dove in a little bit more, and it's like crazy, man. It's like just her having the pause for concern. You know what I'm saying? Like how much like me and you have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just her words get taken out of context and twisted and stuff like that. She never, like you said, she never said she was against it, and she's not anti-vax. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
She has her concerns.
right.
Granted, I know like the little story that she put out there about her cousin's friend in Trinidad and all that.
Sorry,
You know what I'm
sorry to
saying?
laugh. Sorry to
It's
laugh.
if it's true or not, so that's wild. So I mean, we all hear stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Not saying we 100% agree with it, but it's like it causes for pause concern. You know what I'm saying? Like we just rushed out there and got it. We could have got like the bad vaccine. They say that Johnson bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong
mm-hmm.
with having a pause concern. She want to do her own research, and she's still trying to get people to be responsible, to wear masks, and she's like even like educating people on the proper mask to get and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Right.
the chick who she got into. What's her name? Joy.
I think
I
so.
think it was also a chick named Joy. You know what I'm saying? She went on to it's one of the news correspondents, went on to the news and kind of basically made it seem like she was anti-vax,
Right,
and that's not 100% the case, and it's always going to blow up like that because when a lot of people come at Nicki, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, when some people come at Nicki, they come with disrespect. And so
right,
when you put disrespect out there, it's gonna make Nicki be disrespectful. Then you got a
right,
whole toxic,
right,
you know what I'm saying, thing instead of like an educational discourse
right,
that most people want.
right. And even through all of the back and forth that she was, because of obviously, like you said, it did get disrespectful, but she made sure to target the disrespect and not throw it out there in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she brought up specific people names when she kind of was going back at people that was attacking her and whatnot. I guess for people listening, if you didn't hear the story about the cousin in Trinidad, he was engaged to be married, but he got the vaccination, and allegedly what happened from the vaccination is his balls grew to an enormous size, like tumor size essentially, and ended up being broken up with by his fiance. The wedding's called off, blah blah blah. And I don't know if I believe. I don't know if the story is real.
Right.
It's what she said. Now, one thing I can say about Nicki Minaj is she's masterful at being sarcastic and jokingly at the same time. So you never know when she's acting and when she's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's very good at what she does. I guess being a veteran artist where you have to stay in character a lot of the time, and you're presenting this image of Nicki Minaj and not Onika. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's real interesting with her. But she did say she was going to go to the White House to be further educated. Um, you know, of course, there was a conspiracy theorist out there saying that she was basically doing all of this to take light off her ongoing court case, which is going just started, I think, this week. As far as like her and her husband allegedly threatening and badgering one of his victims. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't really know if I get, people could say that, but I don't really know if I buy that because you trying to avoid one controversy by starting another. That just really doesn't make any sense. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it don't really make sense to me either. It's just more negative
Right.
stuff in your name. I
Right.
don't know.
And then and then it would turn right back into that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh, this
So,
the same. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. So I'm like, I don't really buy that. I really feel like she's just genuinely concerned, especially since she's already had COVID and she has a newborn baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, um,
And
it's,
one last thing about that,
mm,
not that one last thing, but want to add, I forgot to say, because the chick's name is Joy Reid,
okay,
the news correspondent.
okay,
And like I said, when we got our cause for concern, she did research on her, and it turns out a year ago she was against not against, well, maybe against or having concern about the vaccine as well. Publicly on Twitter saying that, and now you did a whole 180, and now you're pushing it on people, and you know what I'm saying, damning people for having the same pause of concern that you had. Like that's the
right,
type of stuff that kind of like kills me too. Like with our whole little thing about the our concern about the vaccine is people like straight pushing it and just regurgitating facts that they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? They hear one thing and they just, oh well, they said this, that, and the third. And I'm like, if you've been paying attention, all the information been changing. You know what I'm saying about the whole booster shots now and how long it's
right,
effective and
right.
first they say you get it, you good. Now you can still catch it and all that. So it's like
Hmm. Yeah,
it's just wild, man.
because it's literally like every time they come up with something, this is literally the first wave of it. They don't know. All they're doing is like they're trying to shoot for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we're gonna try to make this to do that. But that doesn't mean that's what they've done. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's a tricky situation all around. Like I whether you choose to get it or not is one thing. Um for the moment, I'm kind of just like, I'm a ride it out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At least as much as you can. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I'll be a moment of transparency. Monday I got my first shot.
Okay.
So I just went ahead and got the joint because you have to get the joint eventually. You know, I'm tired of hearing about this shit. So I got my joint or whatever. You got to get the joint eventually. So I'm doing all right now, but I was like a little sore, but still drive straight. But I mean, I'm still like I'm not just like I'm not gonna be like just super pro vaccine. Gotta go get it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Just use your thought process, your research, whatever, however you feel.
All right. Yeah. So it really, hopefully, just after a while, everybody at least this will settle down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that'll be the biggest thing as far as like going forward with this whole process.
yeah. We probably been straight if everybody just chilled at home. Niggas just couldn't chill at home. Everybody gotta go out, party, and mingle, and spread the joint, and all these variants and all that stuff popped off.
Hmm. Yeah. So Speaking of partying and mingling and not settling down, your girl, Brittany Renner, is back in the news waves again. You want to lead this one off?
Yeah, man. She's been on Instagram, had like a viral IG live that went viral. Not the IG live, just a video that went viral, pretty much saying it's stepdaddy season. And she tried to be inclusive, say it's stepdaddy, stepmother season. So don't let like your past relationships or exes block your blessings. And she just was talking a whole bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, this chick just is just wild, man. She just a gold digger, just looking for the next wave. She was saying like some crazy stuff, like she cool with like her baby being in pictures with, you know what I'm saying, the stepdad, stepmother, and all that shit. I'm like, just like, bruh, like y'all got to be better parents, because like all this stuff is never don't go away.
Right,
This
right.
is a digital footprint, you know what I'm saying, that your kids are gonna see when they get older.
And the kids gonna wonder why like the family's been broken. And then when he discovers these old clips, he's gonna start to build resentment towards you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. Wonder why? Oh, that's why it ain't work out with pops. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially like she's doing the same thing. Like where like it was hard for PJ to see the kid. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If that kid
Right.
doesn't have that relationship with the father, and it's gonna know it's you. You was the reason.
Right. Yeah. It's one. It's something I think is mentally wrong with her. Um. Two. It's going to be like a never ending cycle with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's always looking for the next. I'm quite sure after she used him, that wasn't her first time using somebody. And it's not like you could just snap your fingers and become a wholesome girl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the question I have for you is, who falls for her again?
It's gonna be someone, bro. Like you know, we always have these discussions indirectly or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
not loosely, not directly pertaining to her, but like it always is some niggas gonna fall for her. She's a very attractive girl, so
Yeah.
somebody's gonna fall for her. Somebody's gonna think they just,
Super different.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, not susceptible to it. They gonna fall hook, line, sinker into it. You know what I'm saying? Like even he fell into it. Like I'm saying, this is not, like you said, it's not her first rodeo.
All right.
She just put out a whole tell all book.
Okay.
That should have been big red flags right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially like this someone you plan to build with or something like that. Like why not check out that book? You know what I'm
I had a record show. Okay, John.
saying? Right.
In fact, I'd have got me a copy early, whole T.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? She did that before him. She had her whole run-ins with Cap, Uzi, and all this other stuff. So it's like, yeah, somebody definitely going to fall for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas, I don't know, man. We see these dudes date the same chicks anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts, facts.
So in some niggas' mind, this is building her clout up, man. Somebody gonna want, you know what I'm saying, mess with her.
Yeah, a nigga, a nigga don't like PJ. Get into it with PJ, then he gonna go try to talk to her. You know what I'm
Yeah, there's just plenty of situations where it can happen.
saying? Yeah. So, yeah, and it's crazy because it's like she could say all of this and still put the nigga on child support and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, just a testament to how like the system is just really, the female basically has all the power.
yeah, like that, all that type of stuff should be held against them in court, bro. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
facts.
Like you shouldn't be, because it's obvious, it's quite obvious what you're doing. So you shouldn't be granted custody, or you know what I'm saying, the monetary shouldn't be there like that, like how much he has to pay or whatever.
Yes, that's crazy. He's already going to be giving up a majority of his salary allegedly,
Yeah,
and just hope he's a good player though. So he stays healthy. He'll outgrow that. Hopefully there's just no other shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, then we will have to talk about other possible situations. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But until then, Brittany Renner, she definitely is. on the loose, and even stuff like this makes it even harder to just and we're not like even on their level, but it makes you just harder. It makes it just harder for you to like want to go out and date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because she was once a regular girl, though. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right, right. And it's like, man, every time every other chick you look at, you just gonna be thinking like,
Yeah, she has a following, so it's gonna be other bird brains that think just like her. You know what I'm saying?
right with her. This whole city girl movement. Um, eh, I'm about to say weird time, crazy times we in, man. That's all.
Yeah,
So, since we're talking about all the females, we also just watched the Queen of the Ring. Was that even Queen of the Ring technically? Was that even?
it it was. I think that's like a brand name, right? The Queen of the Ring. That's the female URL thing. The
Yeah,
the actual event was called No Holds Bar. I think three.
3. Yeah, correct. Okay, so it was hosted by the Queen of the Ring people, Babs, what's other cousins?
Debo.
Debo, my bad, Debo. Um, we had to get into like the whole dynamics of the card, but we had some notable headlines as far as like the return of her funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you obviously you can see the rust in her. She's been gone for a while, so ended up, in our opinions, or losing. You thought she lost too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so ended up losing. Good first round, and then after that, just kind of completely fell off the tracks.
yeah,
If she gets focused and reacclimated to this, she might be good to go. But it all depends on how serious she takes it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Um, what else do we have? Surprise coming out party. I'm not gonna say coming out party, but a surprise showing by Yoshi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, full 3 rounds. Delivery was strong, personality was strong, presence was strong. She's so small but had a huge presence on that stage, you know what I'm saying? Um and then I wanted to talk about the 40 bars and KCJ battle. This is where a lot of drama spew from this battle. Who'd you feel like won that battle?
40. I'll say 40.
Right. So we both agreed. We both in agreement that we both feel like 40 won that battle. About 2-1, right?
Yeah,
Maybe even
yeah. I'm always leaning towards 2-1. Like if you don't like completely get smoked, Casey was pretty fine at that battle, but
just
just
wasn't
40 is
enough.
levels.
Right. So apparently, Jazz the rapper, she voiced her opinion that KCJ not only beat 40 bars, but 3 older. Um, said that people were caught up in the hype, which I didn't believe because it wasn't the battle was hyped, but during the battle, it wasn't that hype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was like one of those calm, laid back, because 40 is like a smooth talker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a calm, laid back. I ain't gonna say it was an ass whipping, but it's like one of them calm, laid back, like beatings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm talking to.
Right, exactly. Like how your parents. Sometimes your parents they get like super mad and whoop you, and then sometimes they give you like the little calm like punishment and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
this was like that. You know what I mean? Um, so she said that 40 got 3-0, which was one reason she was like going around on Twitter, and then the other reason was she was saying that Yoshi Yoshi doesn't deserve her because she's gotten washed 2 out of the last 3 battles, even though one battle was debatable and another battle was against a dude.
Yeah.
So she's still saying that she doesn't deserve her, and even though Jazz hasn't battled in almost 2.5 years. How do you feel about first and foremost? How do you feel about Jazz? Like this kind of changed my opinion.
I like Jazz. Even though with the cocky attitude, I like Jazz though. She's decent, but like I don't think she's as fire as like how everyone thinks she is. I'm more so, you know me. I'm more so. I like the more battle tested people, whatever. And I hate that whole personality. That's what takes it so long. Even though you said she ain't been in the ring for 2 years, but that was a I think that was the 2-on-2 jump. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
And like so, it's gonna be even longer for a single battle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's just like attitudes like that is like what makes it so hard for these matchups to come about. Like, I've been wanting to see her versus Misfit for the longest.
Right, right,
And first it was her holding up the jump, but now I guess she's ready. And I guess Misfit ain't messing with it for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on, but it's just that whole little cocky arrogance. But that's the whole Sue Surf. She's like oddly enough, she's been hanging around Sue Surf. You know what I'm saying? They got their
right.
own little YouTube thing or whatever like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I get it somewhat for the money. You know what I'm saying? You will hold off. You don't want to take any old body, but like she's it's a little bit irritating though, man. Like we missing out on classic matchups because you try to act all high and mighty and sedity and stuff
And,
like that.
and you know what comes with it. Like every time somebody does it, they end up
Yeah,
getting washed.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one thing to like sell a fight because when we watch these face offs, like people are going to talk their shit, but nobody's really coming off like outside of the Serps or outside of like Tay Rock and the super duper arrogant niggas. Nobody's coming off as like God Almighty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like one thing. Did you see the Sue Surf and John the Don jump?
Face off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I like. One thing I ain't gonna say I like. One thing I loved about John is just like letting Surf do what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just like not feeding into it, not trying to lie and be like, nah, you not this, nah, you not that. Like, go ahead, Surf gonna be like, he got a million bajillion views. He gonna be like, oh, he's selling the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't feed into that shit. Just show up, do what you got. Hopefully, John do what he gotta do, and
And that's
then
one thing about John. He is gonna do what he do though. That's one thing. He's not one of my favorites, but he's super consistent.
right, right, just like let niggas do all that talking. Stay true to who you are, and cause niggas see what that shit talking do. Niggas see what it do. Like we done watch Surf do this shit how many times?
A lot, man.
And then get bagged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still going with that same strategy. And he pulled up trying to play Uno and Connect Four and all that stuff with the face off.
Like setting up dates and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just all that effort into the face off. Then you put more effort into remember your bars and stuff, man.
Yeah, and like so. Hopefully, it's not the same thing with her, even though she's been sitting for a super long time. So I'm quite sure she probably has some fire material written down. Obviously, rumor has it these females have these ghostwriters lurking about.
Yeah,
So if that's the case, there ain't no telling what kind of material she's sitting on.
yeah, no bull. But I
Um,
definitely would love to see Jazz pop out, and it's now at least now lately she's been more open to taking more battles, even though she don't want to take Yoshi.
right,
Or, you know what I'm saying? She's been more open. I forget the people, but she's been more open to taking battles though.
right, yeah. I can definitely. It doesn't have to be Yoshi. I just felt like the reason she gave behind it wasn't quite accurate.
Yeah,
And we say this all the time, like the opinion doesn't matter. It's how you get there that often causes like the controversy and the debate. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that was just the thing with me. Man, then how'd you feel about Jazz saying that 40 got 3-0'd?
I ain't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know why Casey is part of the Bardashian, so she took up for her girl. You
But
know what I'm saying?
3-0? Like you can't even
Yeah, that's wild the 3-0, but
yeah, like yeah, if I know we in the same group, I'd be like, yeah, my boy, he got that 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, maybe because she had to go that hard because it was overwhelming that 41. You know what I'm saying? So we had to try to make us think we tripping and shit. Nah, she got 3-0. What y'all talking about?
uh huh.
I don't know.
And Now, like you said, they both Bardashians, same clique, so I get the biasness. But doesn't that hurt Casey more than it helps her?
I don't know.
Because
What way do you think?
it's like, all right, we in the group, right? I battle. Everybody's thinking like I lost. I mean, obviously we ain't got judges, so it's I guess it's preference. You know what I'm saying? You telling me I 3-0'd the chick. So in reality, I'm not gonna look to improve. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So do you feel like that could be? But it's like, damn, if you got the ghostwriters, it ain't gonna matter. Like everything keep coming back to the ghostwriters for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you got QP on deck, it ain't gonna matter, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And who you say that was? Quantum physics?
yeah. Quantum physics. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. Before you told me that, I was thinking like, damn, clean paper. This nigga that came a long way, man. That came a long way. My man couldn't even get a battle, a plate or whatever. Now my man like the face of the women's league and shit. Yeah, I was say damn. But yeah, it definitely was somewhat a solid event. At least one battler in every battle showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at now. Like I said, we talked about Sue Sir, but he's not the only one. It's a few battlers who just don't show up. So now to the point now, I'm like, what can I take away from the battle? Like, at least somebody give me some fire performance. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, in every battle, it was at least a super standout performance, or somebody like, oh dang, all right, I'm checking for her now. You know what I'm saying? So at
Mm-hmm.
least we had that.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely shout out to C3 too. Shout out to
Yeah,
C3.
C3 black. She
Yeah.
black. Vixen. Well,
Was
I like
I?
Vixen, but like you can, it's like you could tell like when the ballad started feeling herself. She won Woman of the Year and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She was getting called the face. She was like another person that was getting called the face of female battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Casey and 40 kind of unofficially fought for the face in that battle. That's what Smack was building up to. But Vixen was also called the face, and she was, you know what I'm saying? She was kind of feeling herself. You know what I'm saying? She had beat Swamp. You know what I'm saying? She won the woman. She had a nice showing against Lady Flame. Some people say she might have edged John out, and then to come in there against C3. Even though I think she kind of got humbled against Loso too.
Right, right,
So
right.
two battles of recent, she kind of got humbled, broke back down.
And wasn't she in that last tournament?
Nah,
Okay, I don't think I might be thinking about somebody else.
oh, that was official.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so yeah, classic, classic situation of probably creating bulletin board material or whatever kind of material that battle rappers use. You know, pen and paper material or phone
Yeah,
material, whatever they use. This was, yeah. You accept this battle, and C3's basically playing with house money. She gets respect, but clearly nobody's calling her the face.
right.
Clearly, like,
She went through a rough patch too. That's what Vixen was talking about. Lost
mm,
to some people. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
mm-hmm. So you kind of coming in. I feel like it's not. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but I feel like it's easier to go through a rough patch and the spotlight not on you
Yeah,
versus like, oh, niggas was just saying you the champion of the year, now you doing this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So she definitely she definitely came out and did her thing. That shit was amazing.
yeah. She was talking like the crowd was a little bit sleep on her. Yeah, she was. Whoo.
Yeah. And, oh, yeah, you know, I kind of feel like the crowd be kind of biased a lot of the time anyway.
Yeah, definitely be biased, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people probably just don't catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's true. So between that combination, you know, everybody probably wanted Vixen to win or some shit like that.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. When people got that star power, like niggas hang on your every word or whatever. They be ready. You know what I'm saying. Anything you Lord do, hey, woo!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Yeah, man. You say half a sentence and niggas is going crazy.
hmm
So yeah, that shit. That shit. That shit's crazy. Definitely looking forward to the next women's card though. Even though I feel like Summer Madness is coming up next week.
Is it?
What's today's date? The
Today
15th?
the 16th?
Today is 16th?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next week there. Next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's next Saturday.
Sheesh.
Yeah, next Saturday. Definitely looking forward to that. So I guess we'll save that for next week's podcast.
What,
And
like predictions or something?
yeah.
Okay.
Um so also I guess we can officially get into the sports world now that we done covered the Met Gala, we done covered Queen Minaj, and we done covered your girl, Brittany.
Yeah, man. Y'all niggas need to start making some more headlines, man.
So now we can get to the sports world. So Kyrie, it's been a while, been a little minute. You know, he's going to be in the controversy here and there. And yesterday he was a part of two different headline controversies. The first was a tweet that he sent out saying that he's taking his mask off. You should too. Now, obviously, anybody that knows Kyrie know that this was a deeper meaning than what people took it as face value. But people took it for face value, like he was talking about the pandemic. So this caused the uproar, and because of his track record, it never bodes well for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, people shunning them and telling them to delete the tweet and stick to basketball, stick to his native tribe that he a part of. Just a bunch of crazy stuff. So then he later clarified what he was talking about, which is what anybody with common sense could have guessed this what he was talking about, as far as like finding your true self and becoming more free with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of the image that you put on every day for other people, unless you're just genuinely happy doing it, I guess. How'd you feel about that?
Hey, I just thought it was wild, man. People just jumping to conclusions. Like it's okay if you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't gotta go jump to conclusions like that. Like you said, like if you know him, you know that's probably what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the COVID mask, and it's crazy how it just made waves like that.
I'm
It
talking.
sucks. He gotta like keep dealing with that, keep explaining himself and reiterating. Like you know what I'm saying? That's wild.
Yeah. Once he kind of gained that reputation of I kind of think that flat Earth thing kind of did him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as long as he's on social media, he'll receive some type of backlash. People are going to find a way to mess with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, the other controversy was with FS1 sports analyst Nick Wright, and Nick Wright had made a tweet saying that the Nets had multiple deals on the table for Kyrie Irving. Some of the offers made a lot of sense to the Nets. They're mulling them over. And also said that Kyrie's agent has hinted that if Kyrie is traded from his hometown, which is technically not his hometown because it's not New Jersey anymore, it's Brooklyn, but from his hometown team, he would just simply retire. Kyrie responded to Nick Wright's tweet calling him a puppet. Yeah, which I thought was hilarious. Um, Nick Wright had responded to that tweet saying that whether you said you would retire or not remains to be seen, but that's what your representation is telling people. You and I both know it. So, what do you think about this?
That's wild. I hope he won't retire if he's traded. I don't know if he's going to be traded or not, but that's kind of wild, man. And I never was a big Nick Wright fan.
Yeah, correct.
Probably definitely is a puppet, but I don't watch him enough to know. But yeah, dude is a straight up clown, man.
It's like for me, it's a few things to dissect here, right? Um, One, how about all these media personalities getting exposed this year?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, big shout out to like these athletes to like not just sit around and letting people make up rumors and say, if this is a rumor, if this not true, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fighting back and telling people like, nah, these niggas is wilding. Like, I definitely, especially shout out KD because he like the spearhead of this movement. You know what I'm saying? His the whole him and Michael Rappaport thing that kind of like got the ball rolling, and of course him and Shannon Sharp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's just like now you starting to see like all of these niggas be lying. Who else? It was somebody else on ESPN. What's his name? Jay Billis? No, it's not him. Black dude, bald head, saying he saw KD at a party and KD told him something. And then KD was like he never saw him at the party.
It wasn't Richard Jefferson, right?
Nah, but
Or
there was the other cuz he be with him though. He be with him.
I know the situation. I definitely know the situation you talk about.
Right, yeah. It wasn't Richard Jefferson. It was other cuz that be right with him. I can't remember his name. But yeah, big shout out to
Oh, it was Jay
like
Williams.
Jay Williams. Like I say Jay Billis. That's the white dude and shit. Yeah, Jay Williams. So
Okay, yeah.
but yeah, just shout out to these athletes, man. Just speaking up and letting people know that these dudes be lying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if Nick Wright is lying, then he's a wild dude because you can go make headlines like just keep riding LeBron like how you be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like y'all niggas know how Kyrie is. Why y'all gonna go pick on him and shit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um. Also, though, you know, on the other side of things, if this is true, do you think Brooklyn is like secretly scared of not having enough talent to win a championship and needing to make changes, low key?
Um, they might be like we talked about it on the sports segment a couple episodes ago. Like they didn't really do too much to compete. You know what I'm saying? To fill out their roster because like the Lakers are loaded,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be like a part of that and part of like just Kyrie's availability. You know what I'm saying? He's becoming the person who's not really dependable.
Facts.
So like I don't know, maybe like they are getting
Crazy to hear that when you talking NBA.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's always whether it's a good case or a bad case, there's always something with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He needs time off through this, injuries, always
Mm-hmm.
something. You know what I'm saying? So if they did hear like a good package for him, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? At least get
Right.
the offers out and stuff.
And then somebody probably blew him away with at least a one off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess because he's making it clear, and he's even said this out his mouth that basketball isn't his top priority. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So, and then like you said, it was about 2 or 3 times last year where he's missing like 2 weeks a piece, and he's like healed. He's like not he's not hurt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's just taking his time off for stuff, and then when it's playoff time, he hurts his ankle.
Right. And you know my opinion on that. Like, granted, I know the ankle hurt, but like we done seen players come back from like gruesome injuries trying to will their team to a victory and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And we I ain't gonna say we as in I'm Brooklyn, but they need you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as much as we harped on James Harden, he did it.
Right.
Like that's how he wanted to go down. So we both definitely in the same boat with that. um, I definitely him retiring definitely sounds like something he would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you said, if basketball not his top priority, like you know what I'm saying, he got millions, got a ring, got to the NBA. He, you know what I'm saying, he probably one of them. I accomplished everything. He probably ain't care about being like the best ever point guard, winning multiple rings and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's one of them other. He's like one of them other type of basketball players. Like he grew up, going to Rucker Park and going to the playground. He's like one of those type of ballers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So as long as he could pop out here and there and still do that, he's probably good with that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you said, he probably just wanted to come to the league to prove he could do it, and then that's it. Um, I obviously the way he left Boston still kind of has me sour on Kyrie. But as far as like a dude off the court, I fuck with him. You know what I mean?
okay,
Yeah, like he does a lot for the community. He does a lot for like people in need and shit. Like the mindset, he's a deep thinker. I fuck with that. So with me, it's just like the on the court shit. That's it.
yeah. Like I don't know, like when you play, I just want you to be committed, man. Like I said, we've seen so many people come back off injuries and stuff like that, and it's just.
Yeah,
And then like the whole like you got just think what your teammates thinking. Even though these niggas part of your boys. But like niggas need you. You going out and doing this, that, and the third, and like saying you're
mm-hmm.
supposed to be doing this and then showing up in pictures of something else. It's
at
like,
parties and shit like that.
yeah,
Yeah, so just just wow. And then you got to think like, even if your boys are cool with it, what about ownership?
yeah,
Like you telling the GM one thing and then you at a party. You know what I'm saying?
right. It messes up the stigma too. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like some of them trips he kind of explained is like he probably just need time off for mental health or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know how it go. We think you might be just taking a chill pill, then like you said, we see you at parties, this, that, and the third.
Yeah. I don't. Is it? Because I think they got footage of him at a party. What was he at a concert or something on stage with
Yeah.
somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
wild.
yeah. So it's interesting to see like where at the end of the day to me it's all smoke and mirrors. They normally say where there's smoke, there's fire, but season starts in 30 days. Can't believe I just said that. NBA season kicks off in 30 days. So odds of him being traded, I don't know. We're still waiting on the Ben Simmons trade. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we'll see how these things play out. Um, Kyrie's former teammate, LeBron James, recently posted a video of him working on his 3-point shot with teammates Malik Monk and Talon Horton Tucker. Are these the two guys that you want helping you work on your 3-point shot?
No. Like LeBron, super rich, super popular. Like who wouldn't want to work with LeBron? He can get anybody to work with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just thinking of like one retired teammate who's probably one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Mr. Ray Allen's doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of people I'm trying to get. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? To get my shot right.
I believe Ray Allen is a head coach
Okay.
for a high school at the moment. Yeah, somewhere I think in Florida. Since speaking of Ray Allen, the beef is officially squashed now. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the Hall of Fame ceremony, but Paul Pierce and Ray Allen buried the hatchet. I still got to holler at Big KG. You know what I'm saying? See how he feel. He might still feel some type of way, but Paul Pierce good with him, so I'm good with him now. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. So beef officially over. I can go ahead back to saying Ray Allen's one of my favorite players of all time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I had to not say it for the last 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? With that nigga, but but yeah, recently both was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Um, Crazy careers, but yeah, you can get Ray Allen. I know everybody knows about the lethal shooter. This is one of the best shooting coaches I feel like Or it's a long summer. You know how we see all these guys at these pickup gyms playing together, the Bradley
Right.
Bills and the Dame Lillards and the Tatum's, Jaylen Brown. Like, go pop out on Steph with somebody.
Yeah, hopefully he did, man. Hopefully he did. Maybe just ain't get filmed, but hopefully he did. Like I said,
Yeah,
I ain't
like
trying to take no lesson from these niggas.
yeah. Because at first, I think this happened either last year or a couple years ago. Somebody who popped out at the Golden State Warriors practice from another team, like somebody popped out at one of their practices and practiced with them. I can't remember who it was,
I can't even.
but yeah, once I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't have been in the league. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see what the Wizards doing today. You know what I'm saying? Like, pop out on Clay and Steph. These are the two niggas you want shooting with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. But we'll see how things go. He might have been teaching them how to shoot. You never know. So I guess that's it as far as like the basketball headlines. You want to get into the football?
Yes, sir. Ready?
I ain't. So how we gonna do it? You want to go over the week one results? You said,
Yeah, we
or
can like skim through week one. You know what I'm saying? Certain games definitely gonna probably garner more talk than others. And
okay,
then, you know what I'm saying, to start with today, tonight, and then go into next to the rest of the week two.
okay. So I got the copy of the week one right here. Did you have a copy?
I can pull it up real quick.
All right. So or you could just pull up the week two. That way, when we get the week two, you could just do that and shit.
I bet.
All right. So meanwhile, week one, of course, it opened up a week ago from today, which saw the Buccaneers eke out a win against the Cowboys. Last second field goal, 31-29, and a great opening game. Kind of sloppy from a team standpoint. I think each team had a few turnovers. Um, obviously had a couple of injuries in these games too. Tom Brady, did his thing with the numbers. Almost 400 yards passing. I think 380. Had about, want to say, 4 touchdowns, maybe
Yeah.
three. Yeah. Dak Prescott also had humongous numbers. Threw the ball 63 times. um, almost pulled out this victory, but obviously left too much time on the clock for one of, if not the GOAT, and led to a last second field goal. How'd you feel about this opening night game?
Man, it was despite, like you said, turnovers and flags. It was a pretty good game, and I think it was a very very winnable game, despite what we thought going into. It was a very winnable game for the Cowboys.
Correct.
And while Dak played good, Tom played pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Despite the turnovers, like all the stuff wasn't his fault.
Right.
Um, I just think the Cowboys missed the opportunity there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The
Correct.
NFC East is like super tight division.
Correct.
So like if you have opportunity, even though we didn't think they had a chance of winning this, they
Nah,
had
it's
the opportunity
okay.
to win this. Those type of games you gotta win. And
Right.
while Dak didn't play bad, he played great. I think using Zeke a little bit more, like that would have wasted some of that time that Tom Brady had to come back down. You know what I'm saying? That keeps that offense, that defense off the field because they're not a good defense. You know what I'm saying? So you limit the defense, you limit the time Tom has. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully you can, because you're not going to go tat for tat throwing with Tom Brady and quarterbacks of that nature. So
Facts.
I just think they missed the opportunity there. But
Facts. And a little caveat: their kicker did miss 3 field goals,
mm-hmm.
extra point, 2 field goals. Anybody that knows me knows, like, over these last few years, I've grown a huge disdain for kickers. Um, Not even gonna say nothing else. Just don't like them. Next on the week one, we saw the Eagles defeat the Falcons 32-6. Jalen Hurts had a great game. Not too much to say about this game other than Falcons looked terrible. And they said after the game, Jalen Hurts' jersey sold over 500% of what it was selling up until that point.
That's crazy. Do you think it was due to a little bit of reassurance? Oh yeah, this quarterback number one, so we can go ahead and get it now.
Maybe after you see like, well, the team ain't really high on him. Let me just see what he can
Right.
do, and then he comes out and does what he do. Like it's certain, and we could get into this after we finish up week 1 and we about to hit week 2. But we say this all the time. Whether the team is good or not is one thing. If your QB is good, he's going to be good on an awful team. You know what I mean?
It's a fair thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you'll see like the flashes.
Yeah.
Like he'll have the ability to like make plays. It'll just come down to damn niggas dropping the ball, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, or damn the O line doing this and that.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's a hard worker and he wants it, and that's half the battle right there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So shout out to him. Next, we have the Steelers defeating the Buffalo Bills 23-16 in the game in which Buffalo was shutting the Steelers out for just about 3 quarters before the floodgates opened and allowing 23 points in the last quarter and a half of the game. Do you anything you want to say about this?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. This will be a big theme with me, especially this week. A few times. This is another game where I think the quarterback threw probably way too many times, and a lot of people thought think Josh Allen's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. But like we knew this was gonna be a struggle coming in. Two good defensive, two good bruising teams, and yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. Happy Pittsburgh pulled it
Run,
out.
run the freaking ball.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking the game about it, and it's like they pay these quarterbacks these hundreds of millions of dollars on now. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? We go get you weapons on now. You gotta throw. You
Right.
gotta throw 50, 40 times a game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Crazy.
Granted, like I know like a lot of people say, oh no, they got a good defense, they got a good, you know what I'm saying? But like if that's one of your strengths too, you don't go away from it. Even if it's not one of your strengths, you don't want to be one dimensional like that.
Right.
It just doesn't
Right.
bode well. You know what I'm saying? Even if it doesn't work, you gotta keep the defense honest.
Mm-hmm. And definitely was surprised when once halfway through the third quarter, you're saying it's like 13-0. It's 16-3. You're all right.
Yeah.
Clearly, by just coast to this win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like when you up like that, you know what I'm saying? You just milk the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Run the ball, you go up to the line, snap it at 3 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? Mixing a
Mm-hmm.
pass here to get the first downs, keep them off balance, stuff like that.
A little
But
play
just
action fake, quick.
right,
Yep.
bleed the clock. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, man. And then like I didn't get to talk about it in the what's the name, Joe, in the first game, the Dallas
Uh-huh.
game. It was reported that the offensive coordinator, I know like a lot of people gave him flack, but he said he called like 30 running plays, but Dak checked out of them Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
I
yeah, okay.
guess you go up there with 2 reads if you see like a loaded box or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Zeke was getting shut down, but Zeke was hitting nice gashes when they use him right running the Jones. So I'm
Of
saying that's all you
course.
can ask for.
Pollard
Keep you,
too.
yeah, right. So it's like I don't know, maybe like, a lot of people get on the offensive coordinator and the coaches, but sometimes it could be the QB. If you have that big name QB, they do have
Mm-hmm.
the ability to check out the plays too.
Right. Yeah. Once they have a complete green light over the play calling, it's up to them at that point.
Yeah.
Um. Next, we had the Minnesota Vikings versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals barely squeaked this one out. A little bit of time left in overtime, kicking a field goal. Um, I know we're both kind of semi, I guess, high on the Vikings.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about how, but I like them better than the Bengals.
That's what I
I
said. That's why I
wasn't,
said
yeah.
semi. That's why I said
Yeah.
semi. So semi high. Yeah. But yeah, definitely thought they were going to pull this one out. I'm glad to see Joe Burrow is back looking like Joe Burrow. The reports were saying that he was struggling and, you know, knee brace was holding him back, which I don't think he's wearing those anymore. But yeah, looks pretty good. Jamar Chase, who everybody was saying couldn't catch, us included, because there was some unacceptable drops.
Mm-hmm.
Rebounded very nicely, 100 yards receiving, including a 50-yard touchdown pass from Joe Burrow, and Bengals 1-0, man.
Yeah, happy for him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice, tough victory over, you know what I'm saying, an opponent a lot of people probably didn't have y'all beating. Like you said, you touched on the Jamar Chase, John. Not a hater, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Even though, like, I thought they should have got the lineman. So I'm not going to wish for Jamar Chase to do bad, you know what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right, 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 right.
So, like, I'm happy he adjusted to it because that'd have been a catastrophe. That feel one of the black man, you know what I'm saying, going out like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, like you said, caught the bomb, caught a couple of nice passes. So, definitely like he's hopefully not going to have trouble tracking that ball, and hopefully it scores a lot of touchdown for the Bengals going forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, which was turned out to be a wild game, 49ers versus Detroit Lions, and what saw the Lions down as many as 24 with 3.5 minutes left in this game, and ended up only losing by 8. Um, we did see Trey Lance get his first professional touchdown.
Yes, sir.
We also saw what looks to be a focused Jimmy G. Sometimes you might just got a lot of little fire up under you. You know what I'm
Oh, sometimes you might gotta play Detroit Lions, you know. But
saying? 49ers points were being thrown up on the board most of the game, and then the Lions with a furious rally led by a Los Angeles exile quarterback, Jared Goff. Did you see the highlights of this? How you feel about this game?
yeah, I seen the highlights, man. First of all, I just want to say screw George Kittle, man. Them scoring all them points, he ain't getting none. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Making me look weak in fantasy football, man. But nah, man, it was a wild game, like you said, man. We thought 49ers would run away from with this. That's what it looked like they were doing, and the cardiac catch. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll call Detroit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They went down swinging. DeAndre Swift was a big part of it as well.
Uh-huh.
And man, it was a great game. And almost, I thought they was about to lose the game because I think who was that? Debo Samuel fumbled and
Right.
gave the ball right back to Detroit.
Uh-huh.
So we thought they was gonna be able to pull it off, but 49 was able to hold on. It was a nail biter.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a nail biter. So next game, which was not a nail biter, nowhere near. Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans, and this game was a beat down. Arizona pulled out this W 38-13. Derrick Henry was held to under 60 yards rushing. Tennessee just could not get nothing going. Meanwhile, Arizona's offense looks to be clicking on all cylinders. Kyler Murray thrown for a few touchdowns, ran for one. DeAndre Hopkins is paying dividends still. Can't believe they got him for a 5th-round pick. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Um, Larry Fitzgerald, if you out there, I hate to say it because I'm a Seahawks fan, but it might be time to come on back, brother. This team, and again, it was week 1 and it was the Titans, so I'm not gonna overreact. But that team looked good, man. What'd you think?
Yeah, man. Like this, is like one of the teams I say you got to watch out for, and they came on. It's apparent they come on like very early, so this might be very scary for the rest of the NFC. And just another quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, throwing for 35 times.
Too high.
Yeah, and then especially it seemed like they was kind of early on. You know what I'm saying? Like she just trying to get cute with it. She just gave it to Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? And by them not giving it to Derrick Henry, they let loose Chandler Jones. And Chandler
Mm-hmm.
Jones caused a couple of fumbles and blew that
Five
lead up. You know what I'm
five
saying?
sacks, right?
Yeah, 5
Mm,
sacks, and bunch of
mm,
tackles. Man, had a career game. He probably can get like a mutt card, team of the week card, or something like that of this performance,
mm-hmm.
man. But yeah, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't just give it to your running back, give it. He's your MVP, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Just give it to him. Let him control the game. slow the pace down, take the crowd out of it, and just let him do his thing. It's only good things that happen if you get the ball to Derrick Henry, man.
But not this week because they have, I believe that's who we play this upcoming week. So let's get that going week 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it to them this week. You know, keep doing that dumb shit. But definitely look forward to seeing like what the Cardinals got in store. A nice little cool caveat coming up about them once we finish week 1 anyway. Next, we had the Seahawks versus the Colts. Seahawks got this victory 28-16. Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns, 350 plus yards. And I can't remember. He had some type of record. I think he has the most games with 350 plus yards and 4 plus touchdowns without any interceptions in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So definitely got this W. Couldn't watch it, so I only had to watch the highlights. Our streaming was acting up. Maybe got to see half of the first quarter before it conked out on me. Russ, although I question his decision making a lot of the time, it tends to work out a lot more than it doesn't. You know what I mean? At least in the regular season. So got the W. Of course, we could clean up some things, but no complaints. How'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, man, this is a good game, man. See the emergence of what was the guy named Gerald Everett?
Yeah, Gerald Everett, correct.
2 touchdowns, man. This is a game to see. Like I said, one of them teams I wanted to see how Carson Wentz looked with the Colts, and more of the same thing that I seen.
All right, correct. Absolutely correct. Definitely more of the same.
Yeah, my bad, I got a call. Yeah, but yeah, I ain't got too much to say about that game.
Yeah. So will bring us to one of LA's teams, the Chargers, in the nation's capital to take on the Washington football team. And what was a close game, Chargers pulled it out 2016. Obviously, anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge Justin Herbert fan. Low key a Chargers fan, and anyway, but huge Justin Herbert fan. Started out good, kind of let Washington back into it, and then when they needed to make plays, they definitely made plays. Obviously, Ryan Fitzpatrick was hurt in this game. He's expected to miss a few weeks, so Taylor Heineke took over. Being thrust into that game against that defense was tough on Heineke, but I feel like having time to prepare the start and all of that, he'll be better off. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But like I said, Justin Herbert and the rookie left tackle, man, which basically had Chase Young and that crazy defensive line held in check. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They was you're nice as an offensive lineman when you're in the highlight reel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. And how'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, man, this is a good game, man. It's one we got to watch. Living in this area, that's the one that came on TV. So definitely got a close look into these two teams. And I was high on football team. Still, I am. I ain't gonna fall off the bandwagon, but
Right.
Chargers came with a great plan, man. They came in throwing the ball over the field. With that offensive lineman, they also, quick drops. Got the ball out quick. Don't even let the defensive line get the chance to even touch Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Their receivers, for the most part, showed up, make a lot of plays, man. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Cook, man. They was making a lot of plays moving that ball.
Facts. Yeah. Definitely a great game. So next, which we saw one of New York's teams, the New York Jets, take on the Carolina Panthers. And Sam Darnold's first game against his ex-team. He was traded from the Jets a couple weeks or maybe a week before the draft. And Carolina got this W, 19-14. Wasn't too many highlights from this game, but of course Sam Darnold hit Robbie Anderson for a nice long bomb touchdown. I know that had to feel good for both of them, especially against their old teams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I saw some Zach Wilson throws that were quite impressive. Looks like once he got going, he seemed pretty pretty smooth, and they were able to get a couple of touchdowns. Maybe if they were able to do anything in the first half, they probably could have pulled this one out. But what'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, like you said it, man. It was nice. You know what I'm saying? I always like that revenge story with Roby and Sam getting a revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing Sam talk about it leading up to it and, you know what I'm saying, getting traded. And when he's saying, oh, damn, this is who I play open tonight. And having all the emotions run through him. Game time, stand on the other sideline and looking across and say all the people he used to know and go to battle with. And I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
for him he got the win, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely happy for him. And before we jump off that game, Carolina did debut their mixed reality Panther. How'd you feel about that?
Oh yeah, that was dope, man. I was like, that's the stuff WWE be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had him jumping around the whole stadium, climbing on the scoreboard, jump down to the field. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, definitely was dope. And like we was joking in the party, like you're not gonna spend that money making your roster better. Might as well put it to good use somewhere else, huh?
Right.
Um, so next game we had the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Houston Texans, and the Houston Texans won this game 37-21. Houston looked surprisingly impressive with Tyrod Taylor at the helm. Um, Brandon Cooks, good defense, albeit against number one overall pick Trevor Lawrence. And I could just throw this out here. I'm not a huge Urban Meyer fan, but looks like Jacksonville has a long way to go. What'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, they definitely got a long way to go. Much respect of a team with the number one overall pick. You know what I'm saying? They picking it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, this game was pretty good. I'm surprised to Tyrod. I'm not surprised. I'm happy for Tyrod, man. You know what I'm saying? A
Facts.
quarterback who doesn't really get his just due, doesn't really get too many opportunities. Had a good opportunity in LA, and then you know what I'm saying, the whole lung injury. Happy to see him bounce back, get healthy. Hopefully, man, he can lead this team to some wins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And what could be a, a very wide open AFC South. You never know what can happen. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So we'll see how it goes. Like we said, this is just week one, so we got to see. Well, about week 8 or 9, you can start seeing like what people gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when this stuff started to separate.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of separation or lack thereof, one of America's games of the week saw Cleveland travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs in a nail biter in which Kansas City slid out this win 33-29. Cleveland jumped out to an early lead, had all the momentum. Seems like everything was going right for them, and then it wasn't. And second half, KC does what KC does. They outwit you, they out talent you, they out coach you, and they find a way to make one more play than you do. um, Experience showed up late in this game. Chiefs were able to make plays. Browns weren't. How'd you feel about this game?
Man, this game was a nail biter. But like,
Mm-hmm.
just you know what I'm saying, watching the Chiefs and being a fan, of last couple of years, you can't give up on them, man. And
Right.
they've been doing stuff like this routinely. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know what I'm saying. Even with the Super Bowl, even how that looked, we looked terrible in the Super Bowl. I was still like holding on, like man, you never know, like how you threw that bomb to Tyreek, he can score just like that. You know what
Just
I'm
like
saying?
that. Yep.
And the defense is opportunistic. While it's not a great defense, but it's opportunistic. It shows up when it needs to show up.
Right.
And and shout outs to Browns. I was high on them. Still not going to fall off for them. Like I said, it's only week one, but like this another
Mm-hmm.
team. While Baker did good throwing the ball, you had
Mm-hmm.
two running backs averaging 6 yards a carry,
Run the ball more.
and you're up by double digits.
Yep.
Run the ball.
Yep.
And like I said, it's no excuse. We were out. We were without two of our top three defensive players, and the Honey Badger and Frank Clark.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, averaging 6 yards a carry. I know he fumbled. So what? You know what I'm saying? You still got Kareem Hunt. And you can still and then that's the thing, you got two great running backs. So like a lot of people only got one good running back that they can like milk the clock with. You got two.
Right.
So one get tired, you can rotate the other end, then rotate them, and then like you can keep hitting them with the play action with Njoku or whoever. You know what I'm saying? The Jarvis Landry or the Peoples Jones. And I mean, even though I'm happy we got the victory, I'm highly disappointed in Cleveland for that, man.
Because they had the game the game was right there for the taking, and
out off the break.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and it just that I guess that's when the experience comes in. I guess you gotta gradually learn how to put a team away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like people, I don't know. People, that's the only thing people just don't copy. You know what I'm saying? Like people like go for it on fourth downs. The 2 point version, they go for that. But like nobody has grasped that concept of just
milking the clock.
Yeah, time management. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cowboys used to do good with Dak and Zeke. They used to play time management, and even with DeMarco Murray and Romo, they took pride in, you know what I'm saying, time management, time possession.
Right. So next game, which looks from the highlights wasn't too impressive. Miami Dolphins versus New England Patriots. The Dolphins eke out a 1-point win, 17-16. This was Mac Jones' first game starting in the league for the Patriots, going against Tua in a battle of Alabama alumni QBs. What'd you feel about this game?
This was a good game, man. Hard fought AFC East, excuse me, matchup. So you know this was going to be rock'em sock'em right here, and I'm happy Miami picked up the victory. Always been a team I kind of low key like. Tough, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they just on the rise, they're on the verge. They just need to keep putting players together. The whole thing, they just can't keep their players. They're like one of them teams that don't really play people. Right. So they trade them or release them or whatever before they pay them. But if they can hold some of that talent they've been curating down there, they'd have been there by now. But happy they picked up the victory. Still want to see, you know what I'm saying, Mac Jones develop. Their receiver core looked a little bit better than I thought.
Okay.
With Nelson Aguilar.
Oh yeah.
Coming along, the two tight ends they like, Jonnu Smith and Hunter
Henry.
Yeah, and that running back is impressive. The rookie running back.
Yeah. So definitely look forward to seeing what both of these teams do on the docket. Starting off with a division game is crucial to get these wins out the way. So shout out to Miami for this one. Next game, which wasn't a division game or a nail biter, a complete, absolute beatdown. The Green Bay Packers versus the New Orleans Saints. And this game took place in Jacksonville due to Hurricane Ida ramifications. And we witnessed a massacre. This was America's game of the week on Fox. And from the start, just utter and complete mismatch. Jameis Winston throws 5 TDs to lead the Saints over the Packers. Aaron Rodgers looked absolutely horrible in this game. Got pulled out with Jordan Love. What'd you think about this game?
Yeah, this was a complete shocker. You know what I'm saying? Definitely didn't have the Saints winning this one. But the offense and defense, complete team came to play while Aaron Rodgers and the Packers didn't, man. I don't know if it was the overgrown problems going on with the organization, Aaron not playing in preseason and missing like some of the training camp and stuff like that had them off. But yeah, they got shellacked, man. And like a lot of people make a thing of Jameis having 5 touchdowns and like 148 yards. But like, see, that's what's wrong with people. People just we won all the yards. But he did what he was supposed to do. He put the ball in the end zone 5 times and they won. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be having like 400 yards and
one
lose.
touchdown. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, whatever, man.
And you got to remember, he does have Alvin Kamara, so he's going to get his fair share of carries.
And they were getting short fields because of turnovers.
Right. So definitely Definitely nothing to say about that. Definitely look forward to seeing what Jameis Winston does. Over people forget he's definitely a solid QB. If he can just keep the turnovers down, he could be special. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of solid QBs, we have Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos over the New York Giants, 27-13. A lot of people think that the Broncos are a QB away. I think we're both two of those people.
Yep.
Teddy Bridgewater is as solid as it gets without having a superstar QB. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Giants, it just feels like they're missing some things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know whether it starts with coaching because I really don't. We're really not in depth. Of course, we'll get a good look tonight, obviously, because they're on national TV. But it just feels like a few things are missing with the Giants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a good win nonetheless with the Broncos. How you feel?
One of those things are missing is a QB. Danny Dimes ain't it, man. Just ain't it, man. Like you said, the score makes it look a little bit closer to what it was. He had that last second rushing touchdown, but these boys got actually whooped, man, and they got to redo some things, man. They got all them receivers. They gonna need a quarterback and keep rebuilding that offensive line, and they gonna have to rebuild that defense too, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like the Giants ain't it right now, man. And hopefully Saquon can get back healthy. If not, like that's another person you need to be feeding him the rock, be it the
Right,
pass or rushing, man.
right. And I definitely agree with you on that. Hopefully, he does come back healthy. Even though it might not matter at this point, I feel like they probably just need to clean house again and start it over.
And
Um,
probably need to get rid of Jason Garrett too, man.
yeah, correct. Speaking of cleaning house and starting over, there's probably what needs to happen also in Chicago. As the Bears, tough stage. I get it, but the Bears flew to LA to take on the Rams. Sunday night football. This is the debut of Matthew Stafford with the Rams. Um, a lot of buzz because a lot of people feel like the Rams were just a QB away. Obviously they have this defense that's has the potential to be special. They have weapons on offense. Got a big injury to running back with Cam Akers going down, I believe, for the season. But have since brought in Sony Michel, and they actually have a rookie running back who got a bulk of the workload. Matthew Stafford immediately coming in, throwing strikes and touchdowns. Whole place is going crazy. Defense is going wild. How'd you feel about this game?
Oh man, this was another one that was getting ugly. Bears started to fight back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Andy Dalton was looking bad, and then he started getting the groove and started making some stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is true, man. This Rams team might be legit, man. And it was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I don't know if you peep. Cause I thought I seen it before, but then you know what I'm saying, I'm watching YouTube videos, I seen like film breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Um did you peep the way that the LA Rams are using Jalen?
No. What you mean?
So like he's not like being used as a traditional cornerback anymore. So he's kind of been used as like this kind of like this linebacker safety. I think they call it the star position.
Okay.
So basically, they're putting him more so around the line of scrimmage, and that's why I don't know if you peeped. He was like in a lot of like tackles for loss, like with the running backs and like wide receiver screens and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Now that you mention it, it makes sense. He's a great tackler, by the way. He's like one of the cornerbacks that's not scared to be physical. You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
definitely super physical. And it like made sense, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like you know what I'm saying? If you put him at cornerback, they're not going to throw it to him. So that way you move him around a little bit. I don't know if they're going to blitz him more and stuff like that, but he gets more involved in that defense. And
Right.
players like that who get more involved probably going to create more turnovers and stops for you.
Right.
So that was pretty interesting to see how they're using them.
Right, and it'll probably just it comes down to probably like matchups too, because there's going to be some teams where he's going to have to stay out there.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Bears
like,
don't have that receiver that matter.
right,
Yeah,
right,
like maybe
right.
go against D Hop or something like that.
Hey, bro, hey, that line of scrimmage shit we ain't doing that today. You stay out there with
You see number 10 over there in the crimson red.
right. Hey, so Rams pick up a win as we getting closer to the caveat. Brings us to Monday Night Football, and just when you think the weekend couldn't get any crazier, boy, did it. Baltimore flies out to Las Vegas to officially christen the grand opening of Raiders' new stadium. I mean, obviously it was open; they played in it, but this is the first game with fans, and this was Baltimore jumped out to it quickly. You're thinking this is about to be one of those games. They completely get away with what got them the lead, which was like good running and then select playmaking. Raiders slowly climb back into this thing, and then all hell breaks loose. Um, Raiders ended up taking the lead, putting the pressure back on Lamar Jackson and them, who respond beautifully to grab the lead back. It's only a little bit of time left, so you're thinking like, okay, Baltimore's defense make a couple stops, boom, allowing the Raiders to go about 40 something yards, maybe even damn near 50, to get in field goal range as time expired to force it to go to overtime, where we see one of the wildest finishes in NFL history. Um, Obviously, Las Vegas gets a huge play where they're thinking the wide receiver scored. Everybody thinks, even the defense thinks he scored. Niggas dapping up, niggas talking, you know what I'm saying? Helmets off,
Mm-hmm.
shaking hands, good game, this and that. Play goes under review. He stopped at the one. No biggie. First and goal at the one. You're thinking this is it. You know what I'm saying? After a couple of plays, Baltimore gets an interception, which is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So now here go Baltimore driving the football, and you're thinking, okay, they're gonna go down here, get a field goal, put this one away. Penalty pushes them back a little bit. Drive starts to stall, and then Las Vegas strip sacks Lamar, and they get the ball back, kick a field goal, and then win this game. How'd you feel about this game?
Oh man, I'm disappointed with the Ravens, man. Like you said, they kind of had this game in the bag, and we, like you said, thought,
Multiple times.
yeah, thought they was gonna get this win. And shout out to the Raiders for what I'm saying, fighting, clawing, and staying it and pulling it out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you want to talk about this is one of the craziest games I ever seen, man. Like, people joking saying the Raiders won twice.
Yeah. Baltimore,
Yeah,
the
man.
first
Like I
team
don't
in
think I
history to
ever
lose a
seen
game
nothing like
twice.
that. Like they got to clear the field and replay. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Clear the field,
And
replay, and turn the ball over.
yeah. So who do you put that on? Is that on the wide receiver or is that on Derek Carr? That interception. Did he put too much on it, or as a receiver you got to make that catch?
Because I don't believe in putting too much on it, even though he threw that with some heat.
Yeah.
The receiver has to catch that.
Yeah, I think he did that too to save the receiver. There was a defender coming there, so he put it on him so he can get it, catch it, get in the end zone, get down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, you have to make that catch. Luckily, but man, horseshoes, rabbit's foots,
Clovers.
clovers, lucky sevens. Luckily, it worked out for them. Because if they would have had first and goal at the one and lost that game, bro, unbelievable.
Yeah, they'd have been on John Rule in the ass, boy.
Yeah. So that brings us to the end of week one, and I don't know if you know this, but we have two undefeated divisions after week one. Um, the West Coast is living this week as the AFC West and the NFC West both are undefeated after week one.
Crazy, right? Both our divisions.
Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, and who am I forgetting? Who? Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, and the Chargers. No, the Chargers in the AFC. The Cardinals. There you go.
Cardinals.
Yeah. And then it's the Chargers, Chiefs, and then it's who else is in y'all division?
Raiders, Broncos.
Raiders and Broncos. Yeah. All undefeated after week 1. These are going to be the 2 toughest divisions, I feel like. Well, man, the Chiefs will probably start to separate. The West should be brutal. Luckily, we got a few games before we start getting these division games, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Got to take care of these other. They got us in the Midwest right now. Colts week 1, Titans week 2. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
they got us crazy. The Cleveland week 1, Ravens week 2. Like, good lord.
yeah, see shit like that. Got niggas running the gauntlet. You get the tough niggas if you can survive like the tough schedule. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you start playing other niggas.
Hopefully, get some of your quote unquote cupcakes at the end of the year, man.
Yeah, every time you say niggas playing Jacksonville back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so definitely impressive to have 2 whole divisions all 1-0 after week 1. So you want to get into week 2?
Yeah, man. Week 2 starts tonight as the Giants take on the Washington football team in NFC East rivalry on Thursday night football, man. Man, both teams 0-1. They come out, they got something to prove, man. What you thinking, man?
I like Washington. I feel like although they have an injury at quarterback, I feel like their backup is more than capable. Started in a playoff game, for God's sakes. Like we said a few minutes ago about the Giants, man, it just feels like a few things are just missing. You know what I mean? And Danny Dimes going up against that defense. I just feel like Washington to get this win. How about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking Washington gets this win too, man. If they don't got a plan similar to what the LA Chargers did, man, this might get ugly. But you never know with division games, man. Say somehow, some way, always kind of stay close or something like that. You don't see
That is
too many
correct.
blowouts. So
That's
we shall
correct.
see how this plays out, man.
That's correct.
Going on to the next matchup. This should be a black and blue old school type of football game, man. The Raiders versus the Steelers.
Okay. Oh, who at home?
Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Man, still be physical though.
Yeah. I definitely think Steelers gonna win this one. I don't think Pittsburgh's gonna make the same mistake Ravens did. Ravens had like a few injuries and stuff like that, and I think the Steelers a little bit more healthier. Hopefully, they're gonna play a little bit better. And I like the Steelers to take this one, man. That crazy defense. Najee Harris should go crazy. Hopefully, Big Ben can make the throws when needed. Keep the defense honest and get this victory.
Hopefully, make them the juju, man. Please.
Ooh, this another NFC, man. This is like a matchup you used to see back in the day for the playoffs.
Okay.
Eagles versus 49ers. Eagles at home.
Man, it's crazy because it's like 49ers, they just stacked. And I'm not gonna go against my man Jalen though. That's like my dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I know niggas about to be outmatched a little bit, but I'm riding with him, man. Philly, man. I'm going Philly. What about you?
I'm going 49ers, man. I think that hopefully Jimmy G is for real. Hopefully that competition on him makes him play good. If not, man, I know they got them packages for Trey Lance. Hopefully he comes in and do a little something. But I think the 49ers defense might be a little bit too much for the Eagles, man. We shall see.
Definitely a South defense.
Next matchup. Houston Texans versus the Cleveland Browns.
Is it
Cleveland at home?
I ain't gonna say it's too early. I ain't gonna say it's a must win, but Cleveland got to win this game. But Houston was impressive week 1. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I'm really I think Odell Beckham is still out. He's
Yeah,
hurt.
he's out, ruled out already.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to find a way to win this game. Like no way they can start 0-2, especially in their division. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Niggas was picking Cleveland to go to the Super Bowl, beat y'all and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So no way you can start 0-2. Losing to the Chiefs is one thing, even though they had that game. They're the rights. Losing to Houston will probably be unexcusable.
And I agree with you, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I got Cleveland too, man. I think they get back to doing what they should have been doing. Feed the ball to Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I think Baker still come out there slinging it to make some plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Houston. I mean, I got Cleveland. I think it's gonna be too much for Houston, man.
Facts.
Next matchup: Broncos versus the Jaguars. Jaguars at home.
Or this one didn't matter. Broncos. Certain games you'd be like, who at home? You know what I'm saying? That this could have been on Mars. Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, Broncos, man. Like I said, not too much to say. I just one of them teams
Yeah.
kind of high on. Nice
Yeah.
defense. Teddy looked like he got that offense rolling. Even though they took a big blow and lost Jerry Judy for a couple of weeks to a couple months or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I still think they got enough to oust the Jags, man. So Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos.
Ooh, NFC South matchup.
Okay.
Saints at the Panthers.
I'm going Saints, man. I like the Panthers. Got the low key dub, but it was against the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Saints. They got like just drilled the Packers, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I'm high on Jameis Winston, but got my eye on him, so I'm gonna ride with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going Saints.
I wanted to just to go against the grain.
Okay.
I just got to think about that Saints defense, and they just gave Marshawn Lattimore that bag. I'm gonna go with Saints, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think even if you know what I'm saying, James reverts back to the old Jameis, I think that Saints defense gonna be there to pick him up, man. I got the Saints.
Yeah.
Rams at the Colts.
Oh yeah. Okay. I feel sorry for the Colts, man. This is the Rams. This is another one. This doesn't matter where they're playing. Their defense is stout. The Rams, that is. Obviously, they're like really constructed a lot of like how we constructed the Seahawks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, just the positions might be slightly different. They have a dominant lineman. We got a dominant linebacker. They got a dominant cornerback. We have a dominant safety and a half because the other guys is job like low key nice. Quandre Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like our offense put up 28 against the Colts. I feel like the Rams have potential to put up more than that. You know what I mean? We Seahawks are more of a conservative offense type of ordeal. The Rams, and now with Matthew Stafford, they're like gunslingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unless the Colts defense just puts on a clinic, which I doubt they'll do, I'm expecting a blowout here almost.
Yeah, good analysis with that the comparison of the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I definitely like the Rams in this matchup, man. That defense is gonna be all over Carson Wentz, man. Hopefully he can make it out of this game in one piece. Got Big Aaron Donald staring at you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good
sir.
Lord, man.
Said T.Y. Hilton in them out. So like you said, Jalen Ramsey up in the box as well.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, one of two AFC East matchup. This is a good one.
Okay.
Buffalo versus the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go. Buffalo lost last week and Miami won. And it's a division game. Damn, Buffalo can't go 0-2. I feel like if you're gonna be like a perennial playoff team, especially these higher end ones where niggas is like, oh, Buffalo AFC championship, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like you just can't start 0-2. Um I'm gonna go Buffalo. I trust Josh Allen a little bit more than I trust Tua, which is probably gonna always come down to it. I trust Buffalo's defense a little bit more than I trust Miami. Um, I'm gonna go with Buffalo. What about you?
Yeah, you're right, man. They can't go 0-2. But I got news for you. They are. I'm going the Dolphins, baby.
Okay.
Man, I like that Dolphins defense, man. They got so many players all over that defense, man. Especially that secondary, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if he comes out there, think he gonna keep slinging it around, man. You gotta look out for Xavier Rhodes and them guys, man. I think Miami at home. I think they get this one.
Okay. Okay. Should be a good game though.
Definitely should be a good game. And the second of the AFC East, Patriots at the Jets.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna go upset city, man. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one, man.
What?
Yeah, hey, it's gonna kill me because you know what I'm saying. I hate to go against Big Mac Jones, man. Number one on the McDonald's menu, man. But hate to go against him, man. But I feel like I just like the Jets offense a little bit better than I like the Patriots offense. Um, and then I like the Jets defense slightly better than I like the Patriots defense. Well, no, not really. But who at home?
Jets.
Yeah, I like the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Jets by like a field goal or something. What about you?
All right, man. I'm going Patriots, man. I ain't got no super crazy explanations.
Yeah.
Just the rookie quarterback going against Bill Belichick, man.
All right. All right.
It's gonna be interesting. I think he's gonna throw the kitchen sink at this young guy, man. So this young guy, you better be ready for everything, man.
We're gonna see what niggas really. We're gonna see if Zach Wilson what really niggas really thought being that number 2 pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now I ain't gonna lie. Now the Jets would have picked like Justin Fields or somebody. And these niggas probably would have been like, oh yeah, they the spanked Patriots, you know what I'm saying? But but yeah, we gonna see. Should be a decent game too, though. They
Yeah,
always
definitely.
yeah, they always seem to have good games.
Next matchup, not so sexy. Bengals versus the Bears. Bengals at the Bears.
Bengals at the Bears. Well, you already know, man. It's a
I
couple
already
niggas.
know you got your Andy Dalton joint on.
Nah, fuck no. There's a couple of niggas that's in the league I just never bet against, man. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Burrow, one of them,
Joe
man.
Beasy.
Yeah, Joe Beasy. You know what I'm saying? My man did something they did for me at LSU, so this is a forever thing, man. I'm going with the Bengals, man. You know what I'm saying? What about you?
Yeah, definitely going to Bengals, man. Didn't like what I seen from the Bears, man.
Mm-mm.
Unless, you know what I'm saying, I hear a breaking news, we starting Justin Fields.
Yeah, man, yeah. Then you got to call niggas up like, all right, they
Right.
might win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but other than that, man, I'm going to Bengals, man.
Man, I'm going with the Bengals, man. Shout out Joe Burrow on that, man.
NFC South matchup, man. Falcons at the Buccaneers.
Arr. Buccaneers, man. Um, I don't know. I didn't see the Atlanta game all the way through, just the highlights. Even though that game was on TV, 6 points, and it's week 1. Niggas ain't played preseason. I get it, so we gonna see. But I don't think you rebound against a motivated Tom Brady and the defending champs. What you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. That's what I think. And my homie, like I said, I didn't see much of the game either. Like you said, the streaming sites wasn't working. My homie who is a Falcons fan, he mentioned that their offensive line had trouble with Fletcher Cox and company. So, you know what I'm saying? I think the Buccaneers got some people on that defensive line like Vita Vea, Sue, JPP, and then the blitzing Mr. Smith. They just paid. Oh, White, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a long day for Matt Ryan. I'm going Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going Buccaneers too. Hey, Matt Ryan always. Hey, it's gonna be a long day, but at the end of the day, you getting paid millions, man. You know, like Roman Reigns say, you know, you sign that deal, take the beating that come with it, and you be all right, man.
Oh, this should be an interesting matchup, man.
Okay.
Some high-powered offenses. Minnesota Vikings at the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Cardinals, man. It's just hard for me to pick Kirk Cousins, man. Like he ball out, but it's like that nigga ain't dependable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, definitely gotta see how the Vikings defense handle this onslaught of receivertry. New word alert: receiverty coming to town.
Coined.
With all these weapons that the Cardinals is down there. I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona too, but this should be a good matchup,
It
man.
should be.
Arizona defense. I mean, Arizona offense versus Vikings defense. You see Pat P. Maybe he locks up with D Hop. These fast flowing linebackers, Barr, Kendricks, trying to contain Kyler Murray. This should be interesting, man.
Hopefully.
I think, like I said, I just can't bet with Kirk Cousins, man.
Yeah, hell nah.
Whew, man. This is gonna be a high scoring game, man.
Okay.
Like 35, 38 or something like that, man. This is gonna be crazy. A lot of fireworks. I expect to see a lot of red zone check-ins from this game.
Okay.
But I'm going Arizona, man. Ooh. The matchup we talked about earlier. The Tennessee Titans come to see the 12, the Seahawks.
So obviously I'm going Seattle. You know, we had a conversation a few days ago in a party, and indirectly we just like discovered how many weapons the Titans lost on offense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like Ryan Tannehill needs those to be like his best version of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Load the box with 9, force Tannehill to beat you, and we should come away with this, man. Tennessee got a good defense, but I'm not scared of them at all. Not with Russ and potentially DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And then, of course, he's going to find a way to get niggas who have no business being involved in the game. He's going to get them involved somehow. Gerald Everett is like the second to third string tight end. He scored 2 touchdowns. So one thing I can say about Russ is he's going to make everybody feel appreciated on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Seahawks. You?
This is a tough one. Man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like taking one of your lines you've been saying. Can't go 0-2, man.
That was true. Very true.
I'm going to go with the Titans, man. Hopefully they get back to their roots and they run Derrick Henry into the ground, and hopefully they can pick up this victory. Hopefully the comments that the coach made fire up Julio. Hopefully they can get Julio going.
Oh man, Julio. Okay. That nigga tucked in last week.
Definitely. When the PJs early. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Titans, man.
Okay. Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully that's I know that's a late game too, so hopefully that's on TV and shit.
Yeah, 4:00. Or 4:25 or whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Next 425 game. Cowboys at the Chargers.
Mm. Mm. Where they at? I mean, my boy, so I gotta go with it regardless. Where they at though? They at Dallas?
Nah, Chargers. LA.
Oh no, LA. Okay, okay. That's like even though that's like Dallas second home any fucking way, but yeah, I'm going Chargers. Dallas got a few injuries on that defensive line. Um, DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory. They were struggling like with them niggas. Without them, I don't know how the backups looking, but Justin Herbert without a consistent or great pass rush against him, he's going to be nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, give him a lot of time. Get Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and Cook and the boys going. Um, to me, it's going to hinge on Dak, Zeke. Obviously, Gallup's hurt for a few weeks, so it's going to be Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb against this Chargers defense. I think that's going to be the difference in who wins this game. It's going to come down to the Cowboys offense. But I'm going Chargers. You know me. I'm with her, man. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going Chargers, man. I think for the fact that, like we say, that Cowboys sit back and throw the ball too much. I think they're gonna do the same thing this time, and I think it's gonna be costly because they don't have Leo Collins this time around.
Mm.
And
Oh yeah, I forgot he's suspended, right?
yeah, 5 games. He's appealing it, and the Chargers has this guy named Bosa or something like that. And I
Bosa.
don't know if you've seen it in the Washington game. He was coming off that edge screaming. Well, he might
Yeah.
not have got there, but he was getting off that thing quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if they hold the ball like that, I can see it now. I can see one sack fumble for Joey Bosa or that defensive line, man. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, they got nice wide receivers. Not too sold on Cowboys cornerbacks. I think this is gonna be a long day for Cowboys.
Man, definitely going with the Chargers.
All right, next matchup, Sunday Night Football. You got Kansas City Chiefs at Baltimore take on the Ravens.
The Chiefs in town?
Yes, sir.
Man, yeah, a healthy game. This would have been tough to pick, but I'm going with the Chiefs. This is just experience over everything. Chiefs know how to win. Baltimore clearly doesn't. Chiefs can, whether they're up or down by a couple of scores, they always can fight their way back into it. Baltimore is just so unproven right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously the injuries hurt, but it really is not too much to say. I'm going with the Chiefs on this one.
Yeah, normally this is like one of them games I dread, but the Ravens are too banged up.
Yeah.
Missing 2 of their 3 top cornerbacks, Jimmy Smith and Peters.
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well going against Tyreek, Travis Kelce, Harmon, and so forth, Patty Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a good running back, a solid running back. Or if they do play the Le'Veon Bells and all of them, how well they going to the offense so soon.
All right.
So that's going to hinder them right there. So it's going to be a tough game for them. But I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah. That's Sunday night, you say though.
Yep, Sunday night and Monday night. You got an old classic, NFC North. Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers.
Both of these teams 0-1. Green Bay this is a must win for Green Bay. If Green Bay loses this game, you can go ahead and try to trade Aaron now. You know what I'm saying? Because of the extra game, 0-2 isn't going to seem as bad as it normally is. But 0-2 is going to indicate that, especially with a loss to the Lions, technically a loss to the Saints isn't bad. It's just how they lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A loss to the Lions, no matter how you lose, is going to be bad.
Yeah, you losing division and NFC, so that helps with seeding and you know what I'm saying
Yeah,
probability of tiebreakers and all that.
yeah, and it's the Lions. so,
Yeah,
so it's like once you see the season trending, like, all right, this is gonna be this. Let's go ahead and get him out of town. He don't want to be here, especially if it looks like he comes out like week one where he's like kind of laid back and lackadaisical. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go with the Packers, but I don't know what to even expect from this game. What about you?
yeah, man. I'm going to Packers, man. I think this is the game Aaron Rodgers comes back to being Aaron Rodgers. Even though like it's crazy to say that he had one bad game,
Right,
but I
right.
think Aaron Rodgers gets it going. And what a team to get it going against is, you know what I'm saying, the Detroit Lions, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They lost their cornerback that they just drafted not so long ago. Okuda, he's out for the season. I thought they had tons of secondary help out there, but hey man.
Mm-hmm.
Best to be a team to get back on track against right here.
Facts.
That wraps up week 2.
Okay, definitely. Definitely an excellent pod today. I guess
So,
next week we'll see how we did with these picks,
yep.
and we going and so forth. So ready for these what the fuck facts?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I took a break from the nature and stuff. 'Cause I knew we was gonna be talking football. And I'd like to do sports jumps here and there. My I did the jump about Sterling Sharp and shit. So today I did another football jump. Um, this one is about Walter Payton. And for those listening, legendary Hall of Fame running back, played for the Chicago Bears, Walter Payton. This what the fuck fact from Walter Payton blew my mind, and I couldn't believe it, and I didn't know about it, and I'm not too sure a lot of people do. So my what the fuck fact about Walter Payton is during his prime years with the Chicago Bears, Walter Payton could bench press 400 pounds. He could leg press 700 pounds. He could throw a football. He could throw a football as far as 60 yards. He could punt the football as far as 70 yards. He could kick field goals as far as 45 yards, all while consistently rushing for 100 plus yards in games during the season. He also would not finish up a practice without crawling the entire football field, which is my bad, crawling the entire football field 100 yards to end his practice on his hands, by the way, not like crawling, but walking with his hands and shit. Um, that is my what the fuck fact about Walter Payton. Did you know that?
No, that is intense. That's crazy, man. Man
Yeah.
can do it all, man.
Yeah.
He was Bo before Bo.
Yeah. I was reading that shit. I said, "Hey, yo, this nigga is wild." Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So for my fact, it's not like a crazy fact, but just off the shore of Hawaii, it's
Mm-hmm.
this patch of garbage waste called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And this patch consists of fishing nets, debris from the tornadoes in like 2011 that happened in Japan, and just other waste. You know how they always talk about the plastic waste that ends up in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how big this patch is?
How bad?
600 square miles.
Damn.
So it's like the size of like they say like 3 Texases, 3 France. And yeah, man. So all
It's
that plastic,
all garbage.
yeah, waste and plastic that don't completely break down. Yeah, it's just out there, just Joe, just floating in this big vortex. You know what I'm saying? And it like clumps together. So it's like we're watching like little videos back. We put out like huge like scoops of like netting and debris, um, different type of spoons and like random furniture out there.
Oh,
It's crazy.
so when niggas be on them boats doing that like that's where they be at.
Yeah, it's like it's a bunch of different patches, so they might be messing with some other patches, but like they
Right.
definitely be messing with that job. That's the biggest garbage patches in the ocean.
You said 600 square miles,
Yeah,
bro. That's like humongous, young.
yeah,
Oh, so that's why they be saying like recycle shit. Well, you gonna fuck the ocean up.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That
okay.
don't mess with the wildlife out there. You know, the fish are eating that stuff, and then we eat the fish. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people getting sick
Right.
of that. I forgot what they call it, like microplastic or something like that. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. And how they be saying like when you be buying like the little 6-pack of sodas and shit to cut the little net so the fish won't get caught
right.
up.
Yep,
Or,
turtles and all that be getting caught up in the shit. Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't know that. Like, start focusing on recycling more or something,
Yeah,
man.
right. Made me feel better that we just started recycling the last couple of years, man. It's like, dang, we can't do nothing else with that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's.
how does it? Oh, that's crazy.
I guess it gets like that because people don't recycle.
Yeah, and like you said, like some of this stuff from like natural disasters, like hurricanes and all that stuff, end up in the water and stuff like that.
That's like
They've been
earthquakes.
putting like they've been putting like trackers on some of the garbage just to see like the travel it takes, the route it takes and stuff. Like sometimes, like you said, that stuff like go to Japan and back into the middle of the ocean somewhere. You know what I'm saying? See like debris from different cultures. Like you saying stuff with like Chinese handwriting on it, American stuff on it. They've been like tracking and researching where the stuff come from. And that's crazy, man.
Wow, man. Yeah, that is crazy, man. That's a big patch, young.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta get back. I mean, I recycle for the most part, but definitely got. When you get too comfortable, you start relaxing off shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, that's like a little reality check still. That's all right right
Mm-hmm.
there, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So, did we cover everything?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, cover everything that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't feel like we forgot nothing. So, with that being said, it's been another Head for the Hills podcast, and we out.
Bye.